Hi everyone, welcome back to Megan's Creative Arts. Today we're going to be doing this fun ribbed hat. Now it's going to look more like this when we're done. I attached a flower to this one. This is the Olivia flower, and I have a tutorial on how to make that. I will link it below. So this would fit a guy or a girl. I actually made this one for my daughter. It's a little big on her. It actually fits me, but she enjoys wearing it, so I'm not going to tell her no. All right. So with this one, I did use a 5.5mm hook. You saw the big twist. Yarn, I forgot the color, it's a darker pink. Alright, so you can either do this two ways. You can chain 4 and slip stitch them together, or you can do the magic ring. I prefer the magic ring because I like to have a nice tight top on it. So let me go over the magic ring real quick. So decent tail. You're going to wrap it around 2 fingers so it makes an X. You'll insert your hook under the first loop and grab that second one, pull it through, then chain 1 to close it, and that makes your ring. And when you crochet through the ring, you're actually going to crochet over both of these yards, the loop and the thread, or the tail, and when you pull on the tail, it closes the ring. So for this one, we're going to chain 1 and do 12 double crochets into the ring. I like to put my pinky finger through here. It helps me hold it a little easier. And I guess before we go through everything, I've done 2. You're also going to want some sort of marker. So this is a stitch marker. If you are not sure what you would like, or maybe don't have one of these, if you have a different color yarn, just take a little snippet and you can use that as a stitch marker. You pretty much only need it towards the end because we do slip stitch all of the rounds together. So there's 4. We need a total of 12. And if your ring gets too loose, you can just pull on the tail to tighten it back up. Just make sure you're going over both the actual ring and the tail. Otherwise, when you try to tighten it, it won't tighten very well. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing to see more videos like it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so I'm gonna pull my string to close up the ring, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of our first double crochet. All right, so that's round 1. For round 2, I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to do 2 front post double crochets around each of the double crochets from the row below. So to do that, I'm actually going to go around that chain 1. So this is the chain 1 that we did on the previous round, and the double crochet. And do it a second time. This is your increase. Now if you want, you can put your stitch marker here. This is our first double crochet, or front post double crochet I should say. And we're going to do this all the way around, so go around the post from the front, do our double crochet, and 2. Alright, and I'm going to keep going and meet you at the end of round 2. Again, we're doing 2 front post double crochets around each one. Okay, so I've got 1 double crochet left, so whoop, go do our front post double crochet twice. Alright, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the top of our first double crochet to close the round. Take off that stitch marker. Oh. And that actually went into the top of the, nope, that's the top of it. Okay. So there's 2 rounds. For round 3, we're going to chain 1, double crochet into our same stitch, then we're going to front post double crochet and front post double crochet around the next one. So do a double crochet into the top of it, and then do a front post double crochet around that same one. Hope everyone can see. And that is our increase and repeat. So I'm going to double crochet, double crochet, and then front post double crochet into that same one. So again, double crochet, double crochet and front post double crochet on this one. We're going to do this all the way around. You're going to have a total of 36 stitches. And I will meet you at the end of round 3. Okay, so I am at the end of round 3. I'm going to slip stitch into the top of my first double crochet. So that's what it looks like so far. See the little ring. All right, now we're going to start round 4. So we're going to chain 1, double crochet into that same stitch, because that's the top of your first double crochet from the row below. You're going to front post double crochet, double crochet and front post double crochet into your next double crochet from the row below. And that's your repeat. So we're going to double crochet, front post, double crochet, then double crochet and front post double crochet around the next stitch. You're going to do that all the way around. So again, double crochet, front post, front post into the correct one, then double crochet and front post double crochet. And you're going to work your way around, and I will meet you at the end. You're going to have a total of 48 stitches around. Okay, so I am at the end of round 4, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. There we go. So now we're going to start round 5 with a chain 1. Now we're going to double crochet to the top of that same stitch, then front post double crochet, double crochet, and we're going to work our increase, so we're going to double crochet and front post double crochet around this next one. So again, that's a double crochet, front post double crochet, and we're doing it around another front post, double crochet, and then a double crochet and front post double crochet in this front post double crochet. So we're going to work our way around doing a double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, and then our increase, the double crochet and front post double crochet in the same stitch. And I will meet you at the end of round 5. Alright, I am at the end of round 5. If you have been counting your stitches, you have a total of 60. I'm slip stitching into the top of the first double crochet. So yours should look something like this. Now it's hard to see. The front post double crochets are making the ridges. And so this is our last increase. So we're going to chain 1 for round 6, double crochet, then we're going to front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, then double crochet and front post double crochet into the next stitch. And that's your repeat. So again, that's a double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post, double crochet, then double crochet and front post, double crochet in the next stitch. There we go. Again, double crochet, front post, double crochet, double crochet, front post, double crochet, and then double crochet and front post double crochet in the next stitch. You're going to do this all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of round 6. Again, this is the last increase, so I will see you at the end of round 6. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 6. I'm going to slip stitch into top of my double crochet from the beginning. This is round 6. This should be, I didn't bring my measuring tape up here, but it should be about 6.5 inches wide. Now if you used a smaller hook, smaller yarn, you may want to do one more increasing round, depends on the size you're wanting it. But now we're going to start rows 7 through 18. So you're going to do this 11 times all the way around. So we're going to chain 1 and double crochet. And this is real easy. We're going to front post double crochet. And that's it. We're just going to double crochet and front post double crochet all the way around. You should have a total of 72 stitches from round 6. We're not increasing again, so you're going to have 72 stitches around on your next 11 rows, or as long as you would like to make it. But that's what I did for this one. So that's what gives it that ribbed look. And then I will join you at the end of round 18. And show you how I did the brim. Alright, so you're just going to keep going around, again slip stitch when you get to the end, chain 1, double crochet, front post double crochet, front post double crochet. Now your ends may curl, and that's okay. So I will see you towards the end. So this will be round 18 that you should be doing. So we're on round 7, do 11 more rounds. All right, I am working on row 10. So I'm doing a double crochet in the previous rows, double crochets, and doing a front post double crochets around the front post double crochets. So this part is pretty easy. Just remember to slip stitch at the end of each row to close out the row or the round. It will curl. You see mine's curling. And when we get to the brim, which is the edging, then I'll show you how we can get that fixed. So keep going. Total of 17 rounds, unless you want yours to be a little more slouchy or just have more room. And I will see you at the end of row 18. Okay, welcome back everyone. I am at the very end of row 18, just putting in the last couple stitches. And slip stitch. Done. Now I did use my stitch marker in row 10 so I could more easily count. However you would like to do that. Now I'm going to show you how I like to do the brim. So the part that's going to be right here. I did 3 rows of single crochets, but I included a decrease on the first row. So this is where I like to use my marker. So I'm going to single crochet to my first stitch, put my marker here, and to do my marker I'm just putting it through the top 2 loops. There we go. All right. It's a little harder for me to see where I began with the single crochets. So I'm going to do 5 more single crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to do a single crochet 2 together, and that's our decrease to make it a little tighter. So like a single crochet, but I'm also going to go into the next stitch and pull up a loop and pull through all 3. So it makes 2 stitches into 1. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches, and then do a single crochet 2 together. So it tightens it up just a little. So we started with 72 stitches, and this should bring it back down to 60. Six, then 2 together. Now if you don't like a tighter fit around like your forehead area, then you do not have to do the single crochet 2 togethers. If you want to keep it 72 all the way around, that is totally up to you. And so I'm going to do a total of 3 single crochet rounds. Only the first one am I decreasing. The other 2, I'm just going to do a single crochet in each stitch around. I also want to give a shout out to Bag O' Day Crochet. I'm going to link her channel below. I saw her do this particular hat and I really enjoyed making it. So I decided to make a video on it too. Okay. So we're back to the beginning for first round of the brim. So single or slip stitch together. I'm going to use my marker again. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to do 2 rounds of single crochets all the way around, and I will see you at the end. Now you can do more or less if you want, so that is really up to you, but I will see you at the end of round 3 of the brim. We've already done 1 round and I'm working on round 2. All right, I am at the end of round 3. Take out my little stitch marker. Go. Leave a decent little tail to weave in. Now you're going to grab a yarn needle. You want a bigger one. Cute little yarn needle holder. All right. You're going to want to weave in the end. If you don't have a yarn needle, you can do this with your hook. It will take you a little longer, but whatever gets the job done. So I'm just weaving it between the stitches. You can weave in or as much or as little as you like. And then later I'll go back and do that one. If you saw my other video, here's the finished product. But if you saw my other video, I did make an Olivia flower. I'm actually going to put it on this one. So it's like this. So to start, I already tied these. Just going to trim these two. I'm going to start weaving the white first. As soon as I find, there's my needle. All right, so this is the approximate placement I want my flower to be. So I'm just going to weave it around a few stitches, then weave through the white area. Don't go all the way through. Whoop. Make sure your yarn stays on the needle. Do the same thing kind of on both sides. Next I'm going to weave this one in. I want that sticking out a little. Then I will just tie it off. There. Weave in the ends just a little more. Call that one good. Now for the darker, and I will leave a link to my other video on how to do the Olivia flower. So with the darker one, I'm also going to weave in some of the petals just at the base. Hope you guys can see. This just kind of helps to hold the flower down a little. Again, I'm not going through the entire flower. I'm just grabbing a little bit around a stitch of the hat and then through part of the base of the flower, petals in this case. Probably could have used a little bit longer tail. That's all right. Here we go. We just tie it off as best we can. Should have left a little bit longer tail. So if you do the flower, leave a good amount of the tail. So it'll be easier to weave in. So this is what I mean when you can use your hook to weave part of it in. Kind of work it in there. All right. And there is the ribbed crochet hat, and I put an Olivia flower on it. So now my daughter has one in pink and I have one in kind of a tealy blue. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, give me a thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.